Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Wednesday Night Recap. And Pastor Brandon and I were talking, and the people have spoken, and they want the song to intro. So, welcome to Wednesday Night Recap. We know that doesn't even sound good to the ear, but it's fun to do.
The best thing is we never know what we're going to do until it happens. So,
it's true. It's true.
But there's some regret.
There's some regret. Poor decisions, a lot of regret. And we're talking about better decisions, fewer regrets. And that's what we want to talk about now. And last night was actually, Pastor did the intro last week. And then tonight was the first question. And the first question that we talked about of the five, of the questions for this series is, are you being honest with yourself really? That was the key. Are you being honest with yourself really? Now, Pastor Brandon, little maybe like to tell the truth kind of a thing. Is there any time you can think of when you tried to convince yourself that something that was a want was really a need, and you kind of happened to you?
I'm pretty good at that. If any of you know me, I love instruments. I love guitars. I always know it was probably not the right decision when it arrives and I hide it from Lynn because I've got to ease her into it. I pretty much know probably not the right decision. But yeah, all the time I'm looking at this stuff and I'm gauging the money and I'm justifying in my mind. He says in the videos, the minute you got to sell yourself on something, because you're your best, you can sell yourself on something all day long and make yourself think this was a need. I needed to have this. And yeah, certainly. I mean, it's maybe trivial, but guitars are a weakness for me.
Yeah, I get it. And I think all of us have done that. We've, if we were to answer that first question from the series, better decisions, fewer regrets, we would say, yeah, there have been times when I have not been honest with myself, really. And I think that's a great example. I told a story last night about a car I purchased, and if I was just truthful about it, I really didn't need the car, and it ended up causing me trouble and all kinds of stuff. But maybe you can relate to that in your life. And you think about, well, why, if we really, why wouldn't we want to make the best decisions for our lives? Why wouldn't we want to do that? And Andy Stanley talks about it last night, and he brings out a verse.
From read that?
Yeah, could you read that? It's actually a verse from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9.
It says, "The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it?"
Yeah, not me.
Not me.
Yeah, we kind of solidified last night. We're not the ones to understand. Obviously, God knows our heart.
Yeah.
But that's why it's so hard to make. Sometimes that's why it's so difficult to make better decisions, because our heart is deceitful. And remember last night you talked about the difference between deceit and just not being truthful.
Yeah.
If someone's just a liar, that's one thing, but when they're deceitful, it's like
it's hidden. You can call out a liar right off, but a deceiver just has a way of hiding. And something else that he had said was that because the heart is deceitful, it takes every day, an everyday challenge for yourself to kind of put that at bay as much as we can.
Yeah, and vigilance is huge. Just staying on top of that.
Yes.
The good news Jesus brings out in the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32, when he says that phrase that Andy Stanley says politicians have stolen and not given Jesus credit for, is that you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And that is our hope. And so in this series of better decisions, fewer regrets, I'm telling you, this could be transformational for people. It really can. And last night's, if you missed last night, please be at the rest. But last night was such a powerful one because it really helped.
Can I say, I may get this totally out of context how he said it, but he was saying that asking yourself that question, am I being honest with myself really?
Yeah.
It's going to hurt. You might reveal something about yourself that hurts, but it's okay. It is okay. We're not talking about beating ourselves down into a depression and just keeping ourselves down, but recognizing in ourselves if we're doing that, if we're deceiving ourselves, which scary thing.
It is, and it happens. And great point to remember as we're wrapping up today, that if you realize you are not being honest about a decision you've made, not being honest about something you're pursuing. Why are you doing this? Why are you leaving? Why are you going? Why are you buying? Why are you running? Why are you putting something off? That is certainly the first and the most basic question. But I'm excited about the weeks to come. And for those that have been there, we really are glad you're there. And if you haven't, please come out. And we're going to have a great time. And just to wrap it up one more time, we're going to give the people again what they want. Again. And
we have no idea what's happening.
That's okay.
It's coming right now.
Here we go.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's go.
Wednesday night recap. See you next Wednesday.